Hey everyone, I'm Brian Pengelly and we're starting a new series today called Merry Christmas. But you ever notice how a word changes when you change the punctuation on what you say? If you put an exclamation point after it, it's like, Merry Christmas! Well, I'm not feeling so Merry Christmas right now. I think it's more like Merry Christmas with a question mark after it. Or maybe Merry Christmas, ... So many of the things that I look forward to in the Christmas season seem to be canceled this year because of COVID. I really love getting together with family, but my family can't get together. It's gonna be really hard. You see, Christmas is one of the few times that I get to see my nibblings, my nieces and nephews. They live far away from me, so it takes a lot of planning to get our whole family together. I always loved when we would try and pile into one house and we're all sitting around tables, and you know, there's the extra kiddie table that the kids are around, and sometimes I even go sit at that table still just to be with my nieces and nephews. And this year we can't get together. And it just seems so sad, and like, what's the point of even celebrating if we can't be together as a family? You know, we always want Christmas to be perfect, to have the perfect presents and the perfect family, and you know, people decorate their house. Now, I'm not a huge Christmas person, but I know people that started decorating in September for the Christmas season. And so for them, this is even harder. But you know what? Christmas isn't about being perfect. In fact, the first Christmas was the furthest thing from perfect. It seemed like everything was going wrong. The people at the time were waiting for their Messiah to come to save them from the Romans, and they thought they knew what it would be like, a big triumphant battle that would kick the people oppressing them out of their country. But when Jesus turned up, it didn't look anything like that. And it was really shocking for the people when Jesus showed up. Matthew chapter 1 tells us the story of that first Christmas, and it starts with a rude surprise. See, Joseph thought he had a plan. He was really excited. He was getting married to this woman who he loved, Mary. They were going to settle down together and get married. He'd probably been building a home for them because he was a carpenter. He had this plan all ready to go, and then he got a rude awakening. His fiancée, Mary, was pregnant, and he knew that it wasn't him. Now, I don't know how you'd feel in that situation, but I'd be pretty shocked by that. And when he was like, what's going on? She comes with this crazy story and says, oh, honestly, I'm not cheating on you. No, it's God. God gave me a baby, and I'm still a virgin. I don't know, if my girlfriend came to me and said that, I'd be like, yeah, whatever, bye. He must have been very hurt and very angry. But the story doesn't end there. In Matthew chapter 1, he sleeps and an angel appears to him and says, don't be afraid to take Mary as your wife, because this child is God with us. It's from God and it is God. And so Joseph decided to stay with Mary. He raised Jesus as his own child. They had other children after that, we know, but he took in Jesus and raised him through many years of things. He trusted that Mary's crazy story was actually true, and he became an important part in bringing the Savior of the whole world and raising him. But it wasn't anything like he thought it was going to be like. So sometimes when things don't go the way we want, when it's not what we expected, God is still there. Just like he was there in the first Christmas, he's gonna be there this Christmas too. So it's okay to be sad about the things we're missing out on, maybe the traditions we've always done that won't be able to happen this year. That's okay to be sad about those things, but even as we mourn that, we still have so much to celebrate because we know that God is with us this Christmas too. So here's some things to discuss in your group. Have you ever had something go really wrong at a family gathering in a kind of humorous way? Tell that story. Number 2, do you have any Christmas traditions that you really look forward to? Are you going to be able to do them this year, or how are they going to change? What is Christmas going to look like this year for your family? Do you know yet? How is COVID going to change it? Discuss amongst your groups, and we'll see you next week.